Happy Monday. As you remember, last week I started a project that I'm calling the Product Gauntlet, in which I, a top tier product leader from the healthcare industry, attempt to start a small business leveraging the skills that I've learned in 23 years of working in the healthcare industry and in the last 10 years of being a product leader. As a quick recap, I started by choosing a product. And the product I chose leveraged my well-honed skill in healthcare technology and also my understanding of IT platforms and what's available out on the interwebs. So I started a website called healthcare.flickrocket.com where you can purchase videos about healthcare to use in whichever way you need. I also, and on that website, am posting videos about the development of the product and how it goes. So if you're interested in that, surf to healthcare.flickrocket.com for more content. So as you may remember, we moved through stage 1, choose your product, and I thought I did a pretty good job of that. I picked a product that I knew a lot about and was just an extension off of that knowledge. I had a differentiator in my background in IT, but there were a couple of gaps because my current employer owns my healthcare technology knowledge in a lot of ways, and also because I don't know anything about videos and I have a face for radio. And now we've moved into stage 2, know your buyer or user. And I have put together in the last week a set of personas and buyer journeys to help me better understand the users and buyers that might be interested in my products and find places in which I could sell it to them. So now for the status update. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking pretty terrible. So far I've had only about 50-something visitors to the website. My social media presence is not good, and it's looking pretty dismal, frankly. But I've started a few businesses in the past, and I know this takes a little bit of time. So I'm not willing to give up this early in the game, so I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna take the information I learned from my personas and my buyer journeys, and I'm gonna change some of the content that I'm developing to match those a little bit better, and also work with that same information to improve the quality of my videos and try and get where my customers actually are. So we'll see what happens over the next week. I'm gonna post some content about where I'm at every week so that you can enjoy, maybe laugh at me during this process as I try and see if I can really start fire from almost nothing. Okay, so since I am in the stage of knowing your buyer or user, I decided that the goals that I would use to determine whether or not I'm doing a good job would be looking at the number of visitors that I have to my website, and I'm going to try and get that to 250 visitors a week. I also want to increase my brand awareness, so I'm going to be looking at the followers that I have on each of my social media accounts, and I'm looking for some percentage changes. And finally, I'm going to be looking at conversions, that is actual purchases of my videos. I'm going to try to reach my first 10 sales in the next 30 days. Another asset I have is that I'm the parent to 2 teenagers. So I went to them to talk to them about my social media campaigns. They let me know that at the rate of acquisition I'm looking at right now, I should have just as many TikTok and Instagram followers as they had in junior high by the end of the year. This morning, there was a pod of sharks hunting in the canal behind my house, and I'm really trying not to see it as an omen. If you want to learn more about my project, the Product Gauntlet, and follow along with me as I journey through the startup phase of an early product, as I test the waters, and possibly have a little bit of a laugh at my expense, you can friend me here on LinkedIn, or like me on, or follow me on all of the other social media platforms. And the website that holds the content for my healthcare videos and the product videos associated with the project is called healthcare.flickrocket.com. Thanks a lot, and talk to you next week.